They're working hard to try to get somebody to give them some power. They're working very hard trying to get our power. But as you can see, it's not going to work anymore. Just all these vassals still trying to get some power for their God. And this is not gonna work whatsoever. Shalom, Brother Moriel, great seeing you. Thank you to all the moderators. We appreciate you taking care of this chat, because we already know how these people be doing now. I was checking out that ritual yesterday when that pastor and everybody had their hands, out there towards Kamala. It's all staged. They didn't know. I mean, I'm sure those two dudes that were whoever go at the rally the day before were plants. Nothing that they do is by chance. Her saying, "Oh, you're at the Jesus is Lord," and then her saying, "Oh, you're at the wrong rally." All of that stuff is controlled. All of that stuff, because they control all the information. Just like today, they still are trying to control this awakening. They've been trying to control the awakening, trying to tell you who are the real Israelites, who aren't the real Israelites, who are the ones that are approved, who are the ones that we're going to put on the back burner, who are the ones that we're going to, every time that a Gentile or Ish or anybody wants to refer to the Israelites as the black Hebrew Israelites, and they're always referring to the camps as if those are the only ones because they've approved them. See, that's the whole thing with this world, is that the colonizers, Satan has approved people in this system. And those are the ones that they're always going to talk about. Those are the ones that are always going to, rally around as if those are the only ones that are around. Just like you got all these approved Native Americans, approved Latinos in certain areas, right? They're all approved by the colonizers. So just like the colonizers approved your two candidates, the only two people apparently are actually qualified to run this country are Kamala Harris, who didn't run for anything, and Donald Trump. They're the only ones that are qualified. There's no one better. See, that's what the whole thing is. But you guys, these people cannot stand up to any scrutiny. Just like the video I did last night, where the guys try to put up these supposed Aztecs and Mayans want to put up pictures like they did last night. And we're here to destroy all that. We're here to destroy all the things that you used to be able to do before. We are here. We are raised up to destroy all of that. And it doesn't matter what color you are, because all those people in those churches yesterday, they're all part of the vassal system as well. I don't care what color you are. If you don't have the spirit of the Most High, then you are an enemy to our power. Just like it didn't matter what we did, we were automatically an enemy to your power. We were an enemy to your God. That's why he didn't allow us to join your churches. That is why he showed us no mercy, because we didn't have to do anything. We were just born. We were just here. And we were your enemy because you treated us such, right? So now our power has returned, and now you are his enemy. And everything you guys try to bring out, the Most High shuts you down. So just like that video, that I did last night, like you put up a picture, and supposedly that is, your proof that you are the people, right? Nothing else, no history, no nothing, just a picture. And like I showed you, I mean, I had so much information. I tried to cram it into a 10-minute video. It could have been a 20 or 30-minute video, but I had to cram it into a quick 10-minute video. Many of you guys have our blood in you. You know, this was the whole thing with people like the 12 tribes chart. None of these people are our people. Mexicans aren't our people. Brazilians aren't our people. That is so far from the truth, because see, just because you're not our people spiritually, because the Most High has not awakened you yet, if he's going to awaken you at all. But that womb law worked in reverse over here as well, because when the Gentiles got here, they've always desired our women. And they might make it sound like they were bringing over 3 men to every woman. That was not, they weren't bringing all these people over here like that, okay? These men had wanted our women for so long. So they had an opportunity to get our women and enslave them, and that left very few women for us Hebrew men. I do believe that. And in this book I'm reading, they said they believed in concubinage. It's just hilarious. Like I said, they believed in concubinage when they had our women under subjection. But once we got some sort of freedom, all of a sudden it's one man, one woman, because they already know that our men will breed them out of existence in the other way. So they have to make these laws. But the whole point is that many of the native women loved our men. They were very attracted to our men, even more so than their own men. So since we had few women, because they took our women and they were, having sex with them and having kids with them, that's how they produced those tares. We were procreating with the native women. Okay, so therefore there's more wheat right there. Okay, so this is like how this whole wheat and tare things is really working out. Okay, the other nations were having sex with our women, creating all these tares. We were having relations with the native women, and that's how our kids or children got freedom, because in 1550 the natives were considered to be free. So therefore, if they had our children would then be free. So that was a way for our children to get freedom. Okay, but these are the types of things that they want to hide from you. Okay, so a lot of you guys have been brainwashed to think that white is right, white Jesus, and this, and that, and this system. And some of you have our blood in you. So see, that's why you can't, this is why the Most High said you have to try the Spirit. There is no, see, that's what the camps and these people were pushing this 12 tribes chart, saying all these people are this and all these people are that. But in Mexico alone, okay, you got Spaniards who are having, relations with our women and producing tares. You have our men having relations with the natives and producing wheat, okay? So that there's no way you could know who's who. And then you got the Pacific slave trade bringing our people and Chinos from other places, from, that side of the world over here too. So it has this whole big amalgamation all over the world. So to sit there and make it sound like you know who's who by looking at someone is a total farce, okay? And so when you got all these people that are, at the church and they're praying over Kamala, and she decides to go to a black church, it's like, these people also, you don't know who the hell they are. You don't know who they are through the Spirit. It doesn't matter, but you look like you are acting like a Gentile. You are acting like a tare because you're doing the will of the tares. You're doing the will of the Gentiles. So that was just nothing but a magical seance going on in the church yesterday. Everyone with their hands out. Something I'm going to let you guys know. Everybody is like a talisman. And a talisman is like anything that magic can be done to. So, can receive magic, and, you can put magic spells on, things like that. So it was like all these people were all coming together to put their power on their spirits on this talisman, which was Kamala. But the thing is that all the people in that church are Gentiles. They have no power. The true power of this world has nothing to do with people in that church. Okay? And that's what's going on right now. I said, our people that are outside of the church, we're the ones that have all the power. We're the ones that have the power of the Most High. He is hearing our prayers. And see, it's the fact that we are not participating in their system is actually destroying their system. So see, that was all nothing but a big old seance, a big old ritual in front of everyone. I'm sitting there listening to like, you know, the pastor saying all these things, and there's all these people that have been, you know, on the other side. Well, look, you can't, you know, she just said she hates God. She hates Jesus Christ because she said, oh, those people that were at the rally, you know, oh, Jesus is Lord. And she said, aren't you at the wrong rally? That stuff is all planned. So is that what put it over the top for you? Her saying that yesterday or whatever, the day before yesterday at her rally, is that what just all of a sudden now you realize that she's not a Christian? She is a Christian. She's your Christian. She's a Christian because she's a vassal to the system. And she's being used to just rally up you other fake Christians to make sure you go and vote for Donald Trump. Oh, so Donald Trump's a Christian now? Donald Trump, who's been married to how many different women, having all these different relations with all these different women, he's a Christian all of a sudden now? See, again, it's vassal against vassal, and it's all coordinated events. But they're trying to get you and myself to participate, which is not going to happen. So you can see like they're trying their best to try to get some type of power, but see, their demons have no power. All they can get is try to get you to do is to try to hand your power over to them, to be coming to an agreement with them. You see what I'm saying? That's all that they can do at this point. Everything around them is collapsing. Just like the video I did last night, I brought all these receipts about all these different things. Like the Catholic Church was the one who started the whole, us so-called black people have the curse of Canaan. But they always try to push that to the slave masters here in the Americas. That's, oh, America's going to be destroyed. America's going to be destroyed. Nah, bro, where it originated is also going to be destroyed. That Torquemada guy was like a Franciscan monk. It was a very famous one that they're always quoting in all these different books. But come to find out, he's the one that was pushing the whole, we have the curse of Canaan, so therefore it's okay for them to do what they do to us. And all you other vassals are in agreement because, see, they can say whatever they want to you and you have nothing to say. They can have sex with your children, you got nothing to say. But we say that we're the people, and there's a huge problem all of a sudden. See, when Dracula sleeps during the daytime, he has hellhounds that protect him. When Satan was on this earth, he gave you guys the position of being vassals, so you're the equivalent of his hellhounds. As we begin to expose Satan or Dracula to the world, all of a sudden the hellhounds, his vassals, come to his aid. But see, now you guys have no power whatsoever. Your vassals have no power whatsoever. They have no influence whatsoever. Coming and bringing a picture, you know, is not proving anything. I said, because my blood runs through some of your veins. So therefore, some of you will look like us to an extent, but you won't have the spirit that we have. You see what I'm saying? Evelyn Moore, that's because of womb law, right? And that's what they said in this system. Okay, that the actual child takes the place of whatever the mother is, right? So that's how. So go back a few videos and you'll see how this works out in their system. Okay, like I said, it's they're trying to steal our power. I said, but it's not going to happen. And as you can see, like a brother or sister actually sent me a video talking about how like the debt exploded like almost $500 billion in the last 3 weeks. Okay, that is not money that we're ever gonna, that the vassals are gonna pay between each other. That whole debt system is what you are going to owe us. Vassals don't pay vassals back. We're gonna pay China back. China's a vassal to the Catholic Church. So all of a sudden we owe them all this money all of a sudden? No. I said, because you guys are vassals. You don't owe each other anything. That's why you can just print money and print money into oblivion, because that is your fake system. You see what I'm saying? So That is what you're going to owe us. And it's just increasing more day by day by day. The bill is getting bigger and bigger and bigger because we're bringing out more truth, more information. The more you deny it, the more you're going to owe. The more you're going to have to pay. See, maybe that, that whole thing wasn't growing so much. The debt wasn't growing so much before because the vast majority of the world didn't have the knowledge before, because this truth wasn't out there before. So therefore, your debt was going up a little bit, but not as much. But now that the Most High has flooded the world with truth, now you are actively just turning a blind eye, closing your eyes, don't want to closing up your ears. And now that debt is just getting exponentially bigger and bigger every single day. Because now you are, before the vast majority of the world, you might not have known. Now the vast majority of you guys do know, and you are willingly rejecting the Most High, which is now making your, the money you owe bigger and bigger and bigger, because you refuse to accept the truth. The Most High told you, if you bless Israel, you'll be blessed. But see, the Most High is exposing fake-ish. He's exposing them, and you still aren't saying anything. So that's just making your punishment bigger and bigger and bigger. And on top of that, he has people like myself and other brothers and sisters that are bringing out this truth that's all over social media, and you're turning a blind eye willingly. You're still following a dead system. So that dead system is enlarging itself because you guys choose not to listen to what we're saying. You choose not to bless Israel. Look, you have an opportunity to try to bless Israel as much as you possibly can right now. Everything that you've done to stop this awakening has backfired. Everything. So just like the guys who try to talk about there being the true Mayans and Aztecs because they show you a picture and they find the most hammy looking person and put them on the left, and they put somebody that kind of looks somewhat like that person on the right. I said, but no facts to back you up. See, I brought history, I brought scripture, right? I don't even worry about the picture. I said, I've already showed you guys the Bonaparte pictures and the murals on the wall, what we would look like. But I went ahead and took it another step and brought you historical facts that show how, the things that they were doing to us, they were going out of their way to try to keep you Native Americans and you whatever you are now. I said, because out of slavery. So, so the whole, we were all treated the same, we've all had it as, no, we haven't. I said, because they were trying their best to keep you out of slavery. But that's why they want to hide that history, so they can try to make it sound like we've all gone through the same things, which we have not. But again, people like these people in the middle, all these Latinos or whatever else that want to act like they don't hear this truth or whatever else. Like I said, it's not everybody. There are going to be certain people in all groups that are going to be awakened. So you people in over there in the Middle East, same thing. You know the truth and you're ignoring it. You Palestinians want our prayers and everything else. You Lebanese want our prayers and everything else, but you're not admitting the truth. You're not admitting who we are. Chinese, Koreans, Japanese, you know the truth, but you're choosing, to ignore this truth. So I said, it's not just one group. Black people, supposed black people that are up in these churches, they hear this truth and say, no, my Jesus is all about lifting. I saw some guy, Jesus is about lifting up everybody. Jesus is about lifting up all communities and everybody. Which Jesus are you talking about? Because the white Jesus that you're referring to was not about lifting up Negroes. That white Jesus was not about lifting up the so-called black community. So you guys go into these churches and then saying stuff like, oh, Jesus is about, lifting up everybody. It's not just about lifting up. He's not racist. He's not about lifting up one group of people. The hell he ain't. That's exactly what your Jesus did. Your Jesus lifted up the so-called white man and the vassals. So what Jesus are you talking about? And kept the Negroes in slavery. Just like I showed you guys last night in the video yesterday. Your Jesus, believed in the fact that we were cursed from the land, from the line of Canaan, and that there is no such thing as equality now, but there'll be equality in the afterlife. So when you're saying things like your Jesus is about lifting up everybody, all boats are going to rise with the tide, BS. When exactly was that true? Because it's never been true. Because like I said, the Jesus that you're talking about, that white Jesus you guys were at the church at yesterday praying over Kamala Harris, that white Jesus there hated your damn black guts. That Jesus right there hated your guts and fought tooth and nail to keep your ass in slavery. So explain to me where this Jesus is, this fictitious, being or whatever else that loves everybody, thinks everybody should be treated equal, because it's never existed. Much love, family. Shalom.